Hey there, y'all. Welcome. Today, we're going to do a weight loss meditation. It's going to be a little woo woo, but I find this really helps my clients. So I wanted to offer it to you today. Before we get into that, a couple of housekeeping notes. Subscribe if you're looking for unique, innovative approaches to weight loss. If you're finding this information helpful, subscribe to my channel. Obviously, that helps me. It strokes my ego when I have more subscribers. But it also helps you because if this is helpful to you, you will see it more often. YouTube will present it to you more often. And it helps other people who might be looking for innovative weight loss approaches for women over 40. It helps YouTube know that this is helpful to those people and it'll show up more in the algorithm. So please subscribe. For those of you who are new, who don't know me, my name is Lisa Duke. I am a weight coach. I help women over 40 with mindset approaches to weight loss. If just a meal plan was going to do it, if just an exercise plan was going to do it, you would have lost the weight and kept it up by now. Yes, those approaches absolutely work short term, but we're looking to go a little deeper and to solve the root cause of what's driving you to overeat or to eat food that you know is not healthy. If we solve that problem, the weight just goes away magically. So, back to today's topic. We're going to do a little meditation around weight loss. And this is kind of an opportunity for me to come out of the woo-woo closet. I use these approaches with my clients, and I want everybody who comes to me. I know I'm getting a lot of people coming to me now through Facebook ads, people that might not know me personally. So I want people coming in as clients to understand my philosophy and to feel comfortable with it. If this freaks you out, then, it's good to know ahead of time. But I want the people that come to me to be comfortable with all the tools that I use. So a couple of cliff notes. My just kind of general approach to, the human experience. I think all of us are coming from different personal perspectives. I think all the different cultures are coming from different cultural perspectives. But I think we're all trying to describe the same thing and do the same thing. So when we talk about God, divinity, something bigger than ourselves, I think we're all trying to find different ways to describe something that is really not describable. And even if you are a complete atheist and you think there's nothing, we're just an accident of evolution, just some weird chemicals got together and consciousness arose, even if that's your point of view, I would guess you probably still believe in something a little mysterious, something that science hasn't gotten to yet. For you, that might be the subconscious mind. So I'm going to refer to whatever this thing is by a couple of different names. I personally usually don't talk about God because in my mind, I have a very childlike view of God. I think of God the way I did when I was a little kid, right? It's sort of, I think of this male person who's white with like an older guy, longish gray hair, probably a beard. So if you kind of imagine, and he's wearing a white bathrobe, right? Probably not a bathrobe, but right. And I don't know where I got this, if this is in maybe some of the Bibles with illustrations or maybe some of medieval and Renaissance artists. But when I think God, that's kind of what I think. And I'm pretty sure that God is a little bit bigger than this guy that sort of looks like the Great Lebowski, only older. So I don't love the term God because of where my brain goes with that. But if that's who you're talking to, then when I say whatever I say, you think God. Likewise, I was raised Christian. I'm definitely on Team Jesus. So if you don't usually pray to God, if you usually pray to Jesus, then whatever I say, you in your mind, you think Jesus. And I think anything that is powerful enough to control the universe is powerful enough to discern that you are talking to them and you're not trying to do anything bad. I am not trying to do anything bad, right? I think if something knows us and knows our heart and knows our intentions, then it knows when we're trying to do a good thing and just a little confused on the terminology. So the other piece of this that makes me a little nervous is sort of the opposite side, right? So yes, I'm a little concerned about the people that are very rigid Christians, that they'll be uncomfortable by me coloring outside those lines. I'm also concerned about the people from other cultural traditions, that they could be offended by me borrowing from their cultural tradition, that I'm going to explain something incorrectly. So just to both camps, I apologize up front. Again, my heart's in the right place. My intention is good. If I say something out of turn, you are free to correct me in the comments. You are free to sort of mentally or verbally replace whatever I say with the terminology that you are most comfortable with. But I kind of see the human existence as, like I said, we're all trying to describe the same thing, and we're all living in these human bodies, right? So if some other culture has some other way of describing what's going on with our human bodies, with our human minds, and that resonates with me, then I'm going to steal it. I'm going to use it. And again, I'm going to try not to screw it up. I'm going to try to be sensitive, but this is part of why I love to travel, because I like to see. The great thing about being adults is that we can totally cheat. We can totally like look at what our neighbor got for question number 3 and use their answer if it's better than our answer. So again, this is part of why I love to travel, right? Like if the French have a better solution for how to eat than the Americans, I'm going to steal that. If the Italians, have a better understanding of, I don't know, public transportation, then let's take that idea, right? So I'm all about, let's find the highest, best solution that works the best. And I'm not too worried about where it comes from. So I pull a lot from what I've learned from yoga, from what I've learned from other teachers. I do reference the chakras. So if you're not familiar with that, these are this is, again, coming from more of an Eastern tradition, and it's this idea that there are energy centers in our body that correspond sort of to different aspects of the human experience. And I don't think it matters whether these literally exist and one day science will be able to show it on a graph and prove it, or if it's complete BS and totally made up, but it gives us a mental framework for examining these sort of different areas of life. I'm okay with it either way. It works for me. So anyway, hopefully with those disclaimers out of the way, I have made everyone happy and comfortable and done my people pleasing for the day. So let's get into the weight loss meditation. So go ahead and I'll do the same. Put your feet flat on the floor, kind of shift your weight around left to right, front to back. Oh, I'm going to twist a little. Oh, that felt good. Okay. Shake out all the wiggles, get yourself comfortable. And go ahead and just visualize all these little tendrils of energy and attention that are all spread over all your different projects, all your different responsibilities, all the different people you care about, everything in the world that you were just doing that you need to do after this. Just bring all those little tendrils of energy and attention. Imagine them as white light. Imagine them all coming back to you, and that energy gathering right in the center of your chest, kind of in the heart space. And you might, if you are good at visualizing, just visualize that as sort of this white rotating light, this spinning ball of white light. And we're going to take that ball of white light down along the spine, along the legs, through to the earth. And when it makes contact with the earth, we want to keep all of the positive, clean energy, and any negativity. I want you to imagine that just sort of seeping away, getting absorbed by the earth. And we're going to take that cleansed ball of white light down, down, down through all of the dirt and rocks and tree roots and maybe underground streams, whatever it is that's underneath you. And we're going to imagine just going all the way down to the center of the earth and taking our energy and combining it with that sort of white hot ball of energy at the center of the earth, and just mixing with that energy and getting our energy cleansed and purified and strengthened by the energy of Mother Earth. And while we're there, we're going to I want you to just imagine throwing out a couple of anchors, and this will just keep us grounded as we do the rest of this meditation. So go ahead and bring that cleansed, strengthened, purified ball of white light back up through all the different layers of the earth's crust, past the tree roots and the rocks, and I don't know, maybe a little beetle or something, little worm, back up to the foundation of the building you're in. If you're a couple of stories up, imagine it coming up through the neighbors' apartments, whatever is below you, office building. And bring that cleansed and strengthened ball of white light back up to your feet, along your legs, along the spine, balancing and cleansing each of your chakras as you go, and then exiting out the top of your head as a ball of white light. And then I want you to imagine putting yourself into that ball of white light. And we're going to use that just to travel upward and outward. So just expand that ball of white light upward and outward, kind of out through the top of the building that you are in. You'll get a bird's eye view of your neighborhood, your town, your county, your state, the whole country that you're in as you expand higher and higher, faster and further, upward and outward, until you finally can see your whole hemisphere from space. You're kind of on the edge of our atmosphere. And from there, deep breath in, sigh that out, upward and upward, higher and higher, faster and further, up through the dark lights, the white lights, the fourth plane, which is the realm of the ancestors, the fifth plane, that's the realm of the ascended masters, the golden light there, and then higher and higher, faster and further, upward and outward, to and through this thick jelly-like substance that is the laws. And you might, if you're very visual, you might imagine the different shapes of the laws up in the distance, but we're going to continue upward and outward, higher and higher, faster and further. And I want you to imagine up above you, kind of an opening. I always imagine it almost like a sunroof. So there's sort of this opening above you, and beyond that is just a tingly, sparkly light, white light. So we're going to rise up through that portal, through that opening, up to the seventh plane, which is the just the level at which we are pure energy. It's the sort of the quantum layer, this layer of potential where we are all time, we are all things, we are connected to the energy of the creator. Again, whatever name you use, God, whoever you talk to, but that energy of all that is, of our source, whatever it is that we came from that made this whole universe, we're going to connect with that energy. And again, just being sure to release any negativity, anything heavy, anything that's holding you down. Let this energy just cleanse you, strengthen you, let you feel really light emotionally, physically, in every way. And we're going to start just with a little prayer, a few words of gratitude. So let's go ahead and just, God, the universe, creator of all that is, we thank you for this opportunity to take a moment for ourselves, right? First and foremost. So many of my clients are women. We're always on the go, stress, anxiety, not taking time for ourselves, putting ourselves last behind family and friends and coworkers and PTA and job and everything else. We're just going to take a moment for ourselves. This is so important for our health, right? Just to give the body a moment to relax, to get into that sort of parasympathetic system. That's our rest and digest energy. It is the cycle in which we do all of our healing. So we do need to make time for our physical bodies to rest, to put ourselves first just for a few moments. So we're going to take a moment just to feel gratitude that we were able to sneak away and find the time to do that and give that gift to ourselves. Gratitude to the creator for this opportunity. I think we're here, kind of on this earth school by choice, and that this is an opportunity for us to learn and to grow and to experience new things. So gratitude for this experience. Yes, there's been some ups and downs, but gratitude for our lives, for the lives of our loved ones, for the experiences and opportunities and positive things that have come into our lives. So just take a moment to kind of feel that energy of gratitude, right? We know things are not perfect, but some things are really good. And so we do want to appreciate that and feel the gratitude. And what I'm going to ask for now is just unconditional love and an instant healing be sent to everyone who is watching this video, who is comfortable with that, open to that, that they just take a moment to rest, relax, and to feel that unconditional love and instant healing through every cell in their bodies. Now, again, if you don't feel anything, totally fine. Just take a moment, do it, maybe 3 good deep breaths, holding it at the top. But some of you may experience something, a little tingle, a little sense of relief. And if so, that's okay too. Either way, right? Whether there's something metaphysical or just something physical happening, this is good for your body, your mind, your spirit. So I'm going to go ahead and ask for that and just take a moment to relax. All right. So now I'm just going to sort of visualize that white light coming down from the 7th plane where we've been hanging out, and just seeing that come down into each of you, connecting through that crown chakra, cleansing, balancing, strengthening your connection to the divine, to the abundance that is meant for you, down to the brow chakra, the sense of I am enough, your connection to imagination, to any gifts that you may have, also your intellect, right? Even the left brain, the logical, analytical left brain that thinks this is weird and dumb. We're going to give it a little energy and support and relaxation as well. And then down to the throat. And we're just going to pull out any negative energy that has lodged in the throat. A lot of women have a lot of issues around being told, right? Children are best seen and not heard. Maybe you were new in your corporate job and they told you just to be quiet and listen and take notes, maybe even go get coffee. Any place where you had something to say, you had an impulse to express yourself, and you stifled that or chose to stifle that. We're just going to pull all that negative, dark, heavy energy out, send it back up along that same connection to the creator, recycle that, and have that come back down as white light and healing energy. And then from there down to the heart. Anything heavy, negative, dark, that's living in this area. If it's grief and sorrow, it may be in the lungs, pulling that out to the side and then sending that up. In the heart, any heartbreak, any time where maybe your business failed, a deal didn't go right, somebody said something and you just felt it right here. Maybe some nasty comments on a YouTube video you made, somebody that misunderstood your intent, anything that you have felt and held on to in your heart, any dark, heavy, negative energy that is ready to be released, just pull that out, send that up. And again, we're going to feel that all coming back down, cleansed, strengthened, back down to the heart. And then from there to the solar plexus, which is kind of just between the bra line and the belt line, that kind of, that gut feeling area. One of the two, I would say, gut feeling areas. But this area is really connected with your ability to get things done, right? Make shit happen, but from a grounded, centered, comfortable, calm, collected place. So any like tension, any drama, any frantic energy that you are using to fuel your day to day, we want to pull that out, send that up. Any times where you've been blocked, where you've been told you're not allowed to do that, you can't do that, you can't make that happen, pull that out, send that up. So anything where it's like overclocked or it's blocked, send that out, up, feel it coming back down all the way along that pathway of the spine back to the solar plexus, and feel yourself just being strengthened with that energy of, right? I could do this. I'm going to do my part. I can do this. I'm going to make this happen. This is all meant for me. And then moving further down to the sacral area, that kind of womb space, especially literally in women, metaphorically even for guys, This again, right? This is an area where we get gut feelings. This is an area that can be blocked due to all kinds of this area and the next chakra down can really get messed up with sexual things. A lot of times shame is in this area. So anytime where you have felt ashamed for your weight, you felt guilty because of how you look, what you've eaten, the state of your body now, how did I let this get that way? All of that heavy, dark energy, like I get it, but it's not serving us. So we want to pull that out, send that back up, just release any of that that's ready to be cleared. Now, I will say there may be some things that come up that are not going to clear just from one meditation. This is where journaling can help. This is where I can help you sign up as a client. Hello, what are you waiting for? But let's stay with the moment, right? So pull out any of that feeling of guilt, shame, inadequacy, being blocked in what you wanted to create, not being able to do what you wanted to do, any guilt or shame over the state of your body, the state of your life, the state of your children, the state of your career, whatever it is, pull that all out, send that all back up, and then feel that good, healthy, balanced energy just coming in and down, and see that area just filling with healthy white light, that digestive area healing. This gets really messed up with stress, right? This is where this relaxation and this parasympathetic can really help and support this area. A lot of digestive issues, a lot of issues with the reproductive system tie back to stress, tie back to our thinking. So we just want to, anything that's ready to heal, let it heal. Any dark negative energy that's ready to come out, let it come out, send it all back, pull it all down. And then we're going to move down to the root chakra. This is right at the bottom. Kind of think of it as a stoplight or a brake light, right where your tailbone ends, right, in this area. And this chakra is really any issues around safety. So a lot of times with my clients, there are concerns about if I lose weight, I won't be safe. I won't be safe because I'm going to get weird sexual attention. I won't be safe because I'm going to get catcalled. I won't be safe because I might be like this just minstress out on the prowl, seducing everybody, messing up my marriage. I might not be safe because my husband might feel threatened and not like the attention that I'm getting and feel like he's not good enough for me. Any kind of like abuse, anything in your childhood, any time in life where you were meant to not feel safe. Again, I want you to just imagine all of that sort of dark, heavy energy. I always see it kind of like a tar. Just imagine pulling all that out to the side and then sending that back up along that connection, and then pulling that cleansed, purified, strengthened white light, pure energy down into that area. Anything that's ready to be released, just see that white energy pushing it out and it going back up. And then just go ahead, send that white light, that energy down, all the way down your legs, through your toes, all the way down your arms, your fingers, kind of wiggle everything, give it a little stretch. And then I'm going to go back up to the tingly, sparkly white light. Go ahead, rinse off. I'm going to make an energy break. And then each of us just kind of visualize yourself coming back down along that path that you ascended up, back down, down, down into your body, all the way into the body. Woo! Should feel better, should feel good. All the way down, make sure you can feel your feet on the floor, wiggle your toes. All your energy in yourself again, all the way out to your fingers, wiggle your fingers, give yourself a little wiggle, little shake, anything residual that wants to come out. And maybe another little twist, another little stretch. When you are ready, go ahead, open your eyes, right? So if you have a background in IT like I do, that was pretty weird. But if you're like me, you probably also think it felt pretty good. Right? So again, I'm always in the sense of, I think there's lots of different possible explanations for things. If you want to believe, God healed you, awesome. I'm all about it. If you want to believe it was all bullshit, but you got 5 minutes of peace and quiet, that is enough to have a physical effect on your body and start healing what has been causing you to hold the weight on, right? A lot of our hormones are affected by our mental, emotional, spiritual state. If we are stressed out, we are making a lot of cortisol. Cortisol is one of the things that causes us to store fat in our bellies, which is the least cute place for fat. So whether you want to take a woo-woo explanation for what happened, or you want to take a left brain logical analytical explanation for what happened, I think it works either way. And I hope that this felt good to you and that you felt like you got a couple of minutes peace and quiet. Hopefully you did. Hopefully nobody came in screaming, mom, 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 while we were doing it. If so, that's what the pause is for. But feel free to repeat this as often as you like. You can't overdo it as long as you're still like leaving the house and functioning, right? This is going to be very, very good for you. And again, if you would like to do more of this kind of work, I am available. I have openings. I have about 4 clients, 4 spots opening for one-on-one coaching. It's only $395 a month. You are not required to do anything beyond the first month. There's no automatic payments. There's no like anything coming out of your bank account without your express consent. But if you finish the whole 4-month program, so $395 4 times, you do the whole thing, you show up on the Zoom calls 16 times, you do the thing, then I'm going to give you your money back if you're not happy up to a year later. My goal is not to be another ripoff artist in the weight loss space. I've been in your shoes. I get what it's like. I used to weigh over 200 pounds. And, every diet I did, I lost weight, but then it would come right back, right? Because most diets are at the do level. Most exercise plans are at the do level. If you do this, you will have this kind of body, and you will short term. But then you're going to stop doing the things and you're going to stop having the figure that you want. We've got to work at the B level. What's going on? What's driving the overeating? What's driving all these heavy feelings? What's driving all the negativity? Let's clear all that. I can help you. LisaDuke.net/schedule. If you're watching this the end of August 2022, jump on my calendar for next week. I have a couple of time slots open. I would love to talk to you. Go ahead and get you started, signed up, get you some materials that you can work on self-study on your own while I'm traveling. And then when I get back the end of September, we can really hit it hard, and you can use the fall to lose weight so that going into January, you are already a success. You're not starting having gained weight over Q4, which is what most of us do. So LisaDuke.net/schedule. Come and talk to me on Zoom. It's just like this, only you get to talk back. And again, right, like subscribe and watch these other videos that will help you work through some of what may be blocking you in meeting your weight loss goals. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.